I teach, I'm an Americanist. I teach a variety of courses, American art surveys, to both 200 and 400 level. I teach Native American art. I teach a professional development course in art history, and I teach a second half of the Western art survey, Renaissance to modern art, and I've taught art history methodologies. So those are the main ones that I've taught recently. Currently, I've just submitted a manuscript for a book on the Kiowa photographer Horace Poolaw. Most of my research focuses on 20th century Native American art. Horace Poolaw was one of the first professional Native American photographers. He was Kiowa from Oklahoma and photographed in the early 20th century, or actually photographed up to the 1970s. And I look at his photographs in the 1920s and 30s in particular, and think about the overarching question of what it means to be modern and Native American. Modernity traditionally, historically, has been held out as being not being Indian. That is, to be modern is to be more Western, and to be Indian is to be identified as how you were living in the past. I don't think I'm done with this question about what it means to be Native American and modern. I'm probably moving on beyond Horace Poolaw, but thinking about, some of my interests, and I've started looking at, indigenous cultures in Michigan or the Greater Lakes area, to think about what's the story here, what's the early 20th century story here, or art history story for indigenous cultures in this area. And also then, more broadly, more nationally, thinking about a Native American art renaissance, which is something I started with my work on Poolaw, but thinking about what it means to think about Native American art in the 20th century, a whole group of artists, a whole national, intellectual, economic, political, and artistic movement, similarly to how we think about the Harlem Renaissance. So that's something I'd like to do maybe in an exhibition